Hello guys, today we are going to build a simple Flutter application. Here we are going to build a application named Todo app. What this will app contain? That first this will show that added to dos. If there is not any to dos, and there is a icon button for adding this, and here we will provide any task name like Flutter and click on the add. This will add to the task list and the default text has gone. If we are seeing and click on the cancellation, the pop-up is gone. And if you are trying to add another things like dart, and let's run this will also showing. And if we check this mark, this will be a line cut there, and this will also cut. If we undo this will gone. Okay, so now let's try to build this application. So I have created an application. This is boilerplate, something like there is a main function. Here I am returning material app. Okay, let's say do something. Yeah, with some things like default banner is false and theme I have used is dark mode. And here I return my home page, and in my home page I'm returning only by default is a app bar. So let's run this application. And till that this is running, let's create our models. Okay, models, and in the model folder we'll create Todo model. And what this class contain? This will contain only two things. First is, let's say, Todo name and it completed or not. Final string name, and this will be not capital final, small final. And after that a boolean is completed. By default it is false, because when the our task is created, this will be by default uncompleted, and if we hit there, then it will be completed. Oh, so this is showing something that this will be initialized. Let's create a constructor. So this is the constructor. We are not accepting our is completed or not, because this is not. And let's think that this will be required and a named parameter required the start name. And other things is we can directly create from here. This is an extension for creating constructor. Okay, now see that required, this is false and this is not false, so we can use this as it is. Okay, is completed equals to false. Yeah, and one thing, if you want to print our task, we can use a two-string model. This will be is complete shown like this. Yeah, our app is running. Here our to do is shown. So first let's create a list of type to do model. List of type to do model. This will be auto imported, and here is some to do list. Okay, and in the initial stage it will be an empty array. Okay, now this thing, great. So let's now run this. our body parameter, and in the body first we can check that this to-do list is empty or not. So we can see that, yeah, we can directly use to visit one of the two if the certain condition is true or false. Okay, so our first condition is list view dot builder. This will be building list view, yeah, and item first, yeah, like this. And let's say wrap this, and here what will the condition is, if it is not empty, then our to-do list, if our to-do list dot is not empty, if it is not empty, then build a to-do list, else replacement. This will be a widget, and this will be a center widget, and in the child there will be a text field showing that add some to do and some style, text style, font size 25, yeah, this will be good, and font weight, yeah, let's say 700. Okay, now this is good, and here we can use our list view dot builder, or we can say that, yeah, let's see. So list view dot builder will require two things. One is how number of items we want, that item counts, then item count, this will be the number of items that we want to build. So currently we don't know that how many items will be in their list, but we know that the number of list will be list dot length, and other is that what we want to build, item builder. And here we can provide a card, and in the card we can use list style, yes, list style. Okay, this will be in the child, so I can find suggestion list style, yes. In the list style we can say that title, and title will be a text showing that to-do list dot name, to-do list, and we fetch that index wise dot name, and some style like that, if it is completed or not. First font size, let's increase this, will be 25, and decoration, text decoration dot line through, and this will be only if our task is completed. So let's add some condition here, this thing. Okay, now dot is completed, else do null, because decoration is nullable, yeah, that's the thing. And after this text, we can provide our trailing checkbox for completing, let's let this stop here, and add a button for adding tasks, so that we can see that what is going there. Okay, now let's add a floating action button, and let's see that what is will required. This is required only on press method, yeah, see that after giving this, here a button is, but by seeing this button anyone would not understand that what we should do. So for this sake, let's add a child and icon of add comes dot add. Yeah, for that sake, we can increase size like this will be 30. It's good enough. Yeah, that's it. And after pressing on the button, we want to show a pop-up. So for that, we can use our show dialog method, and here we will provide context and builder, and this builder is required. Return some alert dialog. Yeah, this alert dialog provides something called title, and with this title we can see that what the pop-up will do. So we can provide that add to do, add to do, and we also want a text field for this. So we can use our content and text field for accessing the input, and we can use here unchange method, and on the unchange we can get some data. Okay, let's create here some string input text. In the initial stage it will be an empty string, and after unchange input text will be the equals to the value. Yeah, that's it. And let's see that what is shown here. Yeah, see that there is a text field. It is not as expected as I want. So for that, let's add something called decoration and input decoration, input focused border, outlined input border, and here border radius start circular. It will be 25. Yeah, that's great. And for focus border and for the enable, this will be the same for both. Okay, now let's say, yeah, this is great. Yeah, that's okay. Now let's add buttons. For that, add and cancel. Okay, then we can use our action, and in the action we can use row widget for the sake that our button will be in the row. First is our outline button. Yeah, every button is same, but with some changes. The text cancel. Yeah, let's say the this, and it will be elevated button. Yeah, that's great. Here add, and here we will provide something called its style. Yeah, the style column elevated button turn dot style from. Hmm, okay, great, control Z. Yeah, like this. Okay, there is something error like on press, and here also some error. saying that str elevated button. Now we can use elevated dot style from method, and here we can say that what we want minimum size. This will be a size type. Yeah, let's add here 120 height, I mean width, and the height will be 50 40. Yeah, let's add 40. And here we forget to add the comma. Yeah, let's add, and the error is gone. Let's see that. Yeah, perfect, it's working. Let's add some an axis alignment dot space between, so that there will be some space between the two digits. Okay, and in the unpress, on the cancel, we can only say that navigator dot pop. This will only remove the pop-up. Navigator dot pop, and nothing to extra. And in the add button we can add other things also. First, if add a check that input text is empty or not. If it is not empty, we can add on the our to-do list. Yeah, to-do list dot add, and this will require a to-do model. So we can create our to-do model here. Name you can provide input text and add that, and our pop-up will be gone if this input is not empty. Yeah. Okay, now let's cancel this. Okay, now this will be working. If we add, yeah, let's first cancel this. Yeah, cancel is working correctly, and this is not working currently because text is empty. So we can add here Python. Okay, there is something called, and boom, our task is added but not shown here. Let's fix this because we didn't update our UI. So let's update the UI. For updating UI, we can call set state. Now this will update our UI. Let's add another thing called Flutter add. Still not doing anything. Why? It's I have used there. Visible only if it is not empty. Yeah, great. Okay, okay. Dot length. Let's print there the length. One thing, oh, I forget to add there. So the error mistake is that after hitting the set state, this is called again, and this is called so that it reinitialize our to-do list with a empty. Now this will be working good. Let's add, yeah, dart added. Yeah, perfectly it's showing that. Yeah, we can add some padding also. Okay, let's say padding, yeah, correctly, good. So we want to add some checkbox here. Yeah, for that we can use our trailing checkbox, and value will be this. is completed or not. And on the unchanged method we can change this thing. Value, and here we put this value, and after that put a set state. Okay, there is some error that it will be, yeah, now this will perfectly work. Let's add another task. Let's say there is Flutter and Python, one more Node.js. Great. Yeah, that's working correctly. Yeah, yes, you can see that. Yeah, perfectly. That's the thing. Okay, but there is something missing, that if we do a hot restart, all the list will be gone. So for that we want to add this list, task list, in a local storage, that so that our task will be persist if the app is killed or not, our data will be safe. So for that we you can add that things in our next video. Till that, keep learning.